But it's interesting, as you say, who's the big kahuna? Jeb Bush. He keeps getting called the front runner, and you said you suppose he is, even though sometimes polls say otherwise. But you go on to say the 800-pound gorilla of this primary process is none of the above. It's the same person it was in 2008 and 12, the Republican primary voter. Mm-hmm. And that's, as you say, it is an aging, white, very conservative, fearful voter from, and you say the primary season is not chiefly an exercise in choosing a credible nominee who may be able to win, but an ideological obstacle course. And I love the events that you came up with.
Yeah, that's pretty good, wasn't
it? the hate on immigrants, wall climb, the gay bashing rope climb, the death-to-the-moocher-class monkey bridge. You say the voter calls the shots, and after the candidates have run this gauntlet, it's almost impossible for them to come out looking appealing to the majority of the general electorate. Mitt Romney just looked like a giant no principled flip-flopper.
Republicans and conservatives will rejoin to us. Yes, but the last two times we've nominated the mainstream conservative guy. And that is true, they have, but they dragged that person so far to the right during the primary process. When Mitt Romney felt he had to go around saying things like self-deportation, and when John McCain, this was actually during the general election, but when John McCain felt he had to choose someone like Sarah Palin as his running mate, they drag them so far to the right that they render them unelectable.
Yeah, and I love that the least racist thing that happened in that campaign is John McCain telling some woman the president's not an Arab, he's a good family man.
Yeah, exactly. And that base is, it is what it is, as you and I just described, and there are no signs that that base is going to behave any differently this time with respect to these litmus tests, or that the candidates are going to be able to break free from it. There hasn't been that much evidence yet, but there's been some, and the most notable piece of evidence to me, which I wrote about in the column, was Jeb Bush on that Indiana thing. So that story broke, I think, on a Monday.
I was just going to say.
And that very day, Jeb Bush rushed to put out a statement. Yeah. I support Pence.
They all did. They all fell into that bear trap, right?
They all did. And then 3 days later, Pence backs off. But the candidates are still on record as supporting the harsher version of RFRA that is going to be the kind of position that they're going to have to take repeatedly.
Yeah, and they're all in the dirt hole going, can someone throw us a rope and get us up out of here? Yeah. After we all followed him into this.